Hey kindergarten friends, welcome back. Mrs. Norton here, Mr. Rabbit here. Today you're going to need your math workbook, chapter 9 math workbook, which looks like this right here with the 9 at the top. And you're going to want to turn to page 529. I got it right back there, 9.7, page 529. And today we're going to talk about rectangles. Rectangles? What are rectangles, Mrs. Norton? Well, how could we explain to Mr. Rabbit what a rectangle is? Oh, you guys think we should do a what is a rectangle and what isn't a rectangle first? I think you've got a good idea. Let's help Mr. Rabbit decide whether it's a rectangle or not a rectangle. All right, Millie, you ready? Hayden, you ready? All right. Penny, you ready? Here we go. Rectangle or not a rectangle? Mr. Bunny, is this a rectangle or not a rectangle? Not a rectangle? You're right, Mr. Bunny. This is not a rectangle because it doesn't have 4 sides. It only has curved sides, not straight sides. Good job, you guys. All right, let's see here. Skylar, you ready? Takaya, you ready? Presley, are you ready for a rectangle? Rectangle or not a rectangle? Well, it looks sort of like a rectangle, doesn't it? It has 4 sides, and 2 sides have different lengths, and it has corners. So it looks like a rectangle, doesn't it? It doesn't have pointy sides, though, does it? All right, let's try another one. Serenity, are you ready? All right, Saffron, you ready? Is this card a rectangle or not a rectangle? Rectangle? I think you're right, Mr. Bunny. What do you guys think? Is Mr. Bunny right? Is it a rectangle? Sure looks like a rectangle. Okay, let's try another one. Don't get fooled. Rectangle or not a rectangle? Mr. Bunny, why do you say no? It's got 4 sides and 4 angles. Why is it not a rectangle? Because it's a square. Oh, all 4 sides are equal, so it's not a rectangle. It's a square. Good job, you guys. Today, what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video. I want you to look around your house like those windows back there and that sign over there. And I want you to draw on this page things that are rectangles and that aren't rectangles in your house. And when you're done with that, I want you to unpause the video and join me for the next part of finding some rectangles. So go ahead and pause it. Draw at least 2 pictures of what are rectangles and 2 that aren't rectangles. All right, see you in a minute. Thanks for unpausing the video. You're going to turn the page to page 530, where you see these shapes right here. It says 530 at the bottom, or 530. You're going to need a pen, which I conveniently just lost, so let me get one out of my bag. And we are going to put an X if it's a rectangle. So let's do it together. You guys ready? Rectangle or not a rectangle? Not a rectangle. Rectangle. I agree, Faye. I'm going to put an X on that because that is a rectangle. Good job. Did you just put an X on yours? Good job, Hayden. Good job, Raleigh. All right. Are we ready? Michelle, are you ready? Rectangle or not a rectangle? Not a rectangle. That's a triangle. It only has 3 sides. Rectangle has 4. All right, let's try another one. All right, Cecil, you ready? Ryder, you ready? Rectangle or not a rectangle? Not a rectangle. Rectangle or not a rectangle, Presley? Not a rectangle, it's a square. Ooh, rectangle or not a rectangle? What do you think, Jack? Rectangle? I agree, let's cross it off. All right. Do we do this one? Not a rectangle, it's a circle. Rectangle? No. Rectangle? No. What do you think, Wyatt? Rectangle? Let's put an X on it. Right now, I want you to test your brain, and I want you to put an X on all the rest of the rectangles. I'm going to put them on mine. I see at least 2 more. Are you ready to hold it up and compare it? Look at yours and look at mine. I found a yellow rectangle, a blue rectangle, 2 red rectangles, and a green rectangle. Awesome job, you guys. Go ahead and turn the page. And right now, I want you to color in only the rectangles in this picture. So, would I color in the top of the tree or the bottom of the tree? The bottom of the tree, that's right. Good job, Skylar. Good job. So go ahead right now and Xander, go ahead and color in just the rectangles. Okay, Ariana, just the rectangles. Pause the video and go. All right, welcome back, friends. I am so excited. If you want to do those next few pages, you can, but I'm going to move ahead to 9.8 on page 535. If you need help from your mom and dad, it's just 2 pages ahead. And it has our cute little guys right here. You see them right there? Awesome. So right now, I want you to use your finger and I want you to trace the sides and the vertex or the vertices of a rectangle. Go ahead and do that now. Awesome. So we're going to talk about what makes a rectangle a rectangle. Now, a rectangle looks a lot like a square stretched out, doesn't it? It has opposite sides are the same length, but 2 sides are usually longer or shorter than the other 2 sides, but it does have 4 vertices. So it's going to have straight lines, 4 vertices, and 4 sides. All right, you ready? Let's check it out. Rectangle. There's a rectangle. How many vertices does it have? Well, count with me, you guys. Ready? A vertice is like a corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what number are we going to write right here? Are you saying 4? I agree. 4 is correct. Way to go, Wyatt, Faye, and Jack. All right, now we're going to count the sides. Saffron, Presley, Raleigh, and Ryder, are you ready to count the sides? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many sides do we have? 4. Good job, Millie. Way to write it down, Skylar. Good job, Hayden. Okay, on the next page, now that you know it has 4 vertices and 4 sides, they want you to try and draw some rectangles. So you can draw a simple rectangle that looks like this, a really little one. You could draw a really fat one. Well, I'm drawing mine. Well, I better not have drawn a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, just barely. This side has 7, this side has 8. So be careful you don't draw a square, because if I had 7 and 7 and 7 and 7, it would be a square. A rectangle, the opposite sides are the same length, but the other 2 are not the same length. So go ahead and draw your rectangle. And the rest of it is for you to do today. So today we learned about rectangles. Remember, earlier in the book we learned about circles, have curved lines, no edges, no vertices, no sides. Then we learned about a triangle. How many sides did a triangle have? 3. How many vertices? 3. Squares, 4 vertices, 4 sides. All the sides are the same length. And now we've done a rectangle that also has 4 sides and 4 vertices, but the opposite sides are the same length, but they're not the same length as the other 2. Sort of weird, huh? All right, you guys have a great day. Thanks for doing math with me, and I can't wait to work with you tomorrow. We're going to do hexagons. See you tomorrow.